It's not in, being able to pee anywhere, okay? Hello and welcome back and welcome to the channel. So today's conversation is about how men are not equal to women. And of course, this conversation is not about who is better or who is more powerful and such. That's not what this conversation is about. And I also would like to say that, yes, there should be equal human rights, but that's not what this conversation is about. There should always be equal human rights. So this conversation is more about the differences and how we should embrace the differences. And of course, the power of men and women and the communication styles of men and women. So that way, there won't be always be this power struggle, these fighting argument back and forth about who's better. Okay. So um so why men and women are not equal? First, we should just embrace our differences and understand that we are unique, we complement each other, and we have differences to embrace. We don't have to be equal because we're designed to do different things. Okay. And so since we're designed to do different things, we can appreciate who we are. Um, because being equal is like saying, oh, we're we're the same, but we're not. Yes, we should have, like I said, we should have equal human rights. And for a lot of women or men and women, equal pay. But that's a different story. So, um, since I've been on the planet, I've noticed that men can pee anywhere without a care. They can just go and pee anywhere without a care. Of course, maybe they may need a little privacy, but men can just do that. While on the other hand, women can't just go pee anywhere without a care. They require more care, more time, safety, security, comfort, privacy, supplies, luxury. Well, maybe the luxury part is more in the supplies. Yes, women have to do that. Um, and well, women have the portals also to bring life into the world, to bring new life into the world. And women, of course, bleed every month. So we're not equal. We don't need to be equal. Okay, we're here for one thing to do one thing, which I'm going to explain later. So not only do women have the portals to bring life into the world, men have to provide the genetic material so the woman can bring that life into the world. So without the material, the genetic material, women would not be able to bring that new life into the world. So of course, we are unique. We complement each other. So of course, we should embrace that we are not equal. So we are not equal. We should just accept that. So that way there won't be a power struggle and men won't think that women are trying to take their power because women are not. Okay. Women don't have to take your power. So now on the power aspect of it, let's explore the power between men and women. Now, oh, man's power, it's not in, being able to pee anywhere. Okay. Men, their power, this is how men are with power. Men, they have to seek power. They search for power and they have to prove that they are powerful. They are their power is in their strength, being strong, tough, and hard. And they have to prove early on that they're worthy, that they are um, able to produce, provide, and produce. They are legitimate, and they prove their legitimacy, that they are legitimate through maybe their professions like jobs, careers, cars, money, and all types of things. So men also want to not be seen as dumb or stupid. They want to be seen as knowledgeable and as experts and such. Well, for the most part, is it 100%? No. Okay. So, women with power, on the other hand, women, a woman's power is in being a woman. A woman doesn't have to prove all of that, does not have to show her legitimacy through career, cars, money, and professions, and any of that stuff, because that's not what a woman flaunts. A woman, well, unless she wants to do that, I guess, but that's not how women operate. So a woman's power is in her femininity. She doesn't have to be strong, tough, or hard or whatever. So men should not think that women are trying to take their power, because you can have your power. Okay. We'll have our power, and we complement each other, and we can accept that. Okay. So that's that. Now that we've explored that, let's look at the different communication styles of men and women. So we'll start with the women. So first, women communicate and listen. Um, Women talk more. Okay. Women use more words to say the same thing as a man does. Women want to be seen, heard, and acknowledged. Women want to be acknowledged. And of course, there's a reason for that, which I will probably do a separate conversation on that. But yes, women want to be acknowledged. Women try not to hurt people's feelings. They want to be likable. They want to be nice. They don't want to offend people. And of course, women apologize more. Women say sorry more because women want to smooth things over, because women want to have pleasant relationships with people. And when a relationship is not pleasant, of course, women want to clear the air. And of course, we know that we don't have to be best friends, okay? But we just have to be civil human beings. So women want to say sorry a lot more because, like I said, it's to smooth things over, okay? And that's how women communicate and listen and such. Now, men, on the other hand, men communicate, they talk less. They use fewer words. They don't use as many words. And of course, later on, they may have to explain what they said. But men want to get their point across quickly. They want to be straightforward. And of course, they want to show that they were listening, because you know why? When men are listening, when a problem or concern is brought to a man, when someone is talking, a man is listening for a problem to solve. Why? Because men are natural problem solvers. And of course, when there's a solution to the problem, they're able to solve the problem. Men get, so their energy is elevated. They are invigorated. And of course, that's a treat for them. That's a treat for men. So that's how men communicate. And of course, men, they're not so much worried about hurting people's feelings and being likable, nice, and offending people, because That's not so much what they're worried about. They're more concerned about getting their point across, being straightforward, and getting it across quickly and solving a problem if there is a problem to solve. So yes, those are the different communication styles of men and women. Now, that we've explored that, what is a social difference in, between men and women? Well, there is a social difference, which is um, women can say, well, women in their late 20s and 30s can live with their parents or their mom or whoever well into their 30s without it being a problem, without it, because it's not frowned upon. It's like, oh, a woman can say, oh, I live with my parents, I live with my mom, and I love it. And it's socially acceptable. Why? Well, because women need protection and provision. Men, on the other hand, men cannot say that, oh my God, I live with my parents, my mom, I love living with my mom, etc. Well, it's not socially acceptable because men are expected to not be living with their parents at a certain age, so they cannot do it. And even if a man were courting a woman, he was pursuing a woman would be like, you live with your parents, you live with your mom. No, thank you. Why are you even breathing in my direction? How are you even breathing in my direction? No, darling, no. Okay, because it's not socially acceptable. So those are like the social differences. Out of the many examples, this is what I wanted to say. Okay. So, and I know there's like been this thing that's actually funny where it's like a joke where men say, oh, I don't know why women are so critical or so upset about men living with their parents or men living with their moms or whatever. Because Jesus, Jesus lived with his dad. Jesus still lives with his dad. And I'm thinking, yes, Jesus probably still lived with his dad. Okay, great. But you know what? If you want to take it literally, Jesus was a virgin birth. And of course, Jesus said that in my father's house there are many mansions. So he's probably living in one of those mansions. And if you're taking it literally, of course, but he probably actually meant that in his father's house, there are many dimensions. Okay. So he's probably in another dimension. He's living, he has his own. Okay. And besides, Jesus was a man who walked on water, turned water into wine, probably turned wine back into water, and he raised the dead and fed thousands with just a couple fish and a couple loaves of bread. That probably meant that Jesus had a lot of money. Jesus could do a lot. Okay. So that's that. I just wanted to add a little Jesus to this conversation, but really, it's all about, if you're not taking it literally, it may be all alchemy and necromancy, but I just wanted to add that. So, yeah, I will just not say anymore. So I'll end it here. So, yes, that's all I had to say without saying too much. I hope you've been inspired by this conversation. So be inspired. Bye.